Hello. Do you know what? I've got so much to talk about today. I don't think I can afford to wait for people to watch, so I'm just going to press straight on. First and foremost, Penblwydd Hapus I Frodo and Bilbo Baggins. Happy birthday to them. Today is Hobbit Day, so I've decided to celebrate by walking around the playground in barefoot. I'm joking. I get enough sand in my shoes. It's also World Car Free Day. I think I'm definitely observing that today because not only have I got the bus from Denby, like I usually do, but I've also got to get the bus to Rwabon for P3 training, or a bit of a catch-up, and then I'll be getting the bus back to Wrexham, then back to Denby, and then from Denby to Rhyl. So I think I'm definitely observing World Car Free Day today. And lastly, happy OneWeb Day. I think the theme for this year is open up the pipes, I think. And the message behind that is about connecting local community networks. So I know here in the north of Wales, we have some of the slowest internet speeds in all of these countries of the United Kingdom. So I think it's important that we stay aware that we need to be connected, and these days the internet is the easiest way to do that. I mean, look at what I'm doing now. This is over 4G, so it's slightly different, but you know, the speed of our internet access, the hardline internet access, especially for businesses on the industrial park, it's pivotal. So we should always remain aware, and I think we should always remain aware of our rights. Anyway, I'm going to carry on because I could be talking about that all afternoon. I've started here in the corner of the nature, where on the last one I showed you that I'd pulled out some tyres. Already the grass has started to recover, but there is still a bit of evidence from there. That seems to have gone well. You might also remember that there was a big blue barrel that I started to roll, and I only got it to about here. But if you just follow me down this way a little bit, that's obviously been enough to prompt somebody to try and get it a bit further out of the nature, because it's here today. So that's really good. Just the tiniest little change, and it's prompted somebody to give that a go. May have lasted 5 minutes, may have lasted 50, I'm not sure. A quick whip through the nature. This den here, little bits of change. That sort of gate fence bit has moved to there. It's not been fixed. The treehouse at the top is the same. Still some sort of seats made out of soft play and spindles that the kids have sat on. If I come over here, we've got the big tree house. There's quite a bit of wood up there now, so I think perhaps people are preparing to build stuff, maybe adapt it up there. The rope is now back out this side. The day before yesterday, it was over on the other side. This piping has made its way here as well. Not sure what the plan is there. Maybe they're trying to put in some guttering. Don't know. This soft play has now become a bit more formed. I'm not entirely sure if it's actually a spot to jump off here onto there. Might be something to just point out to the playworks so that they can, from a distance, risk assess that and just make sure there's nothing in the way that they're going to potentially bounce onto or jump onto. So that's really good. The treehouse is developing. Let's have a look at the sand pit. The Americans first. Not a lot going on here. Oh, this is something I changed last time, which I think I forgot to mention, was the school bench that was in the nature area over there. I've now put it there as a sort of access point to the structure. So let's try and use that, shall we? Here we go. So, oh, I'm glad that worked well. That wouldn't have been fun live on Facebook, would it? Oh, I saw a squirrel earlier. If the video's any good, I'll upload it, but the squirrel was on the ship. In fact, you can see my cup, where I put my cup down and sort of just abandoned it because the squirrel was there, climbing all over the structures, and he actually hung around, so using the ship instead of trees. So the squirrel was by here. He's undoubtedly not there anymore, but he was sort of clung onto the bottom of there, waiting for me to go. So there we are, let's make our way onto the ship. This isn't an area that I always come onto, but over here. Whose coat is that jacket? So we've got a jacket over there. which means that that area has been used at some point last week. Let's have a look over onto the mugger. Oh, if this will switch around. Okay, so we've got some of the tyres have made their way from the sand pit to the side of the mugger. And this tarpaulin, I'm not sure where that green one's from, but that's made its way to the side there. And just up the top of the bank, can you see that red bit? So it's a bit of soft play off the dizzy swing, I've been told that's called. Because it makes you dizzy, it spins round. So I don't know whether that's like a barrier to stop them hitting the side, or whether it's so that they can launch themselves off the side a little easier. Not entirely sure, but there we are. Grab my tea and spill it on me at the same time. Wonderful. The digger stuff is still in the bottom of the slide there. And if you look on the sand pit, those tyres have spread out. From what Jodie was telling me, it had turned into a bit of an obstacle course. And I don't know whether you can see that does sort of run as a line there, so whether they were running through it, I'm not entirely sure. And I don't know whether you can see from here, but just on that post there's a new rope swing appeared. It's quite small, probably not much use, but they can adapt it. Oh, there's another tyre there as well. You see it up against the post? Tyres everywhere. But yeah, it can be adapted, so that's just the start really. It doesn't have to be perfect, and then they can make it better as they go along. So, yeah, quite exciting this morning. There's a lot of play archaeology, play evidence about. Just making my way over to the fire pit, see if there's been anything going on over here. No, it doesn't look like they've had a fire, because oh gosh, I hate it when that BBC thing goes off. It's like, what's happening in the world? What's Donald Trump done now? So there's, that green paint is still up on the top there. So it's not archaeology, but it does tell me that there hasn't been a fire since Thursday. Tyres are still there. I think... Oh, here's that other blue barrel has made its way round. I've posted our video about the fungi, or fungi, however you say it, onto a couple of Facebook groups, so hopefully they'll get back in touch with us and let us know exactly what it is. Is anything exciting? Oh! Can you see? There's our black cat. I've caught him live at last. Our resident cat. Thackeray Binks! What took thee so long? Yeah, he's gone. He's run away from me. But I caught him live. Next I need to just catch the squirrel live. If I can get the squirrel live, then it's all been worthwhile. So there you have it. There's a lot going on the playground today. We didn't go live yesterday. So maybe this is something we could consider. Is perhaps trying to do it every other day. But I suppose if I'm here, I'll do it anyway. Yeah, so happy Hobbit day, happy car-free day. Wish me luck on my too many bus journeys from Rwabon to Wrexham to Denby to Rill. And happy OneWeb day. Like I was saying, we need to keep an eye not just on our internet speeds and tell our members of Parliament and Assembly members that we want fair and high-speed internet access. But I think it's also about keeping an eye on our privacy. Very often I hear this thing of, oh, if you've got nothing to hide, then what's your concern? But a good analogy that I was told was, you may not have anything to hide when you use the bathroom, however you wouldn't do it in the middle of Piccadilly Circus, and it's a very good one, because it's your privacy. It's something that you shouldn't have to explain why you want to keep it private. I say things on email to family members, loved ones, that I wouldn't obviously want to share with the world, and that's why my privacy is so important. Oh yeah, bit more play evidence. Ken's having a bath there. Looking good, Ken. There you go. What a way to end the episode. So there you have it. I don't think I welcomed you to the venture. Croeso i'r venter, welcome to the venture. A hwyl fawr from the venture, because I think that's probably about it for today. Lots of things about. Oh, yeah, there's another bit there. It's a road barrier. Not sure what that is. Maybe a single snowboard. Yeah, lots of play evidence about, which is great. I'm off to see Mel Davis. Mel Kearsley from the play development team, not been Davis for a while. Up in Ruabon, so hopefully I'll get to see Teresa and Jay and all the play development team. But for now, from the playground, stay savage and ta-ta Ruan.